Introducing the all-new Equinox 700 and 900 metal detectors, the next generation of Minelab's best-selling series of all time. Reimagined from the inside out, Equinox 700 and 900 features stunning high-resolution 119 target ID display, the toughest, most robust IP68 waterproof construction, and a compact, lightweight carbon fiber shaft system. Expand your detecting experience with All Tones Audio, which produces a unique tone for all 119 target IDs. A special depth audio setting intelligently varies tone pitch and volume to highlight non-ferrous targets faster than standard audio, effective in areas with dense iron trash. At the core of the new Equinox detectors is a finely tuned multi-IQ engine, driving greater target separation and target ID stability. Choose up to 8 search modes, including gold, to match your terrain. Minelab Multi-IQ automatically fires multiple frequencies at once to detect targets other machines miss. When you want to be in charge, switch to single frequency mode for total control. With fully loaded features like control pod flashlight, red backlighting, and hand grip vibration, plus wireless low latency headphones, you'll see why Minelab's best series just got better. Minelab Equinox 700 and 900 detectors are lighter, smarter, stronger, and feature-rich. There's never been a better time to join the Minelab Equinox revolution.
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show. Good evening, darling. How are you?
Good evening, dear. How are you? Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and rather than watching the soccer that's on now, those who are
I'm
supporting it.
I'm ready for that.
No, it's going to be. We haven't got a guest tonight, but that
We
doesn't
did
mean
have a
it's going to be.
guest. We did
Yes,
have a
but
guest.
he's unfortunately busy.
Unfortunately, he can't make it. But we have other
Yes.
guests coming up in the near future. But a little bit late to organise a replacement. Adrian's off on his travels.
No, it's all right. I'm letting the dog in.
Oh, dog's coming. Hello, Badger.
Okay. Badger's grown. Come here. Look at the size of Badger now. Oh, that's big, isn't it? That's bigger now. Yeah,
Definitely a case of Bodger and Badger there, isn't it?
Bodger and Badger. She can hear it. Put the badger back down. It's just over a year now. Anyway, enough of the dog. Yes, as Steve Newman said, we will still have a lovely time.
We always have a lovely time. My friend, you have purchased yourself a new metal detecting vehicle and you took it out for a spin at the weekend.
Right. Those who are fortunate enough to make money from metal detecting or have a bit of money in the bank, I highly recommend getting yourself a little whip, as I call it, for detecting. So I currently have a company vehicle, so a car, which is a nightmare. You go out detecting this time of year, you get covered in mud. I take the Badger with me, that gets covered in mud. You have to put car seat covers and the boot gets dirty and all that malarkey. So I purchased myself a little whip, right? Mark 1 RAV4 short wheelbase, 1999. It's got everything on it. Very cheap, very, very cheap. Tax is a little bit high, but oh my God, how lovely is it to just put the seat covers on, chuck your detectors in the back and the spade, go out there, put it on the field, 4-wheel drive, cuts in. It's the most exciting thing I've had probably for a long time. And it's great fun. But I took that out on Sunday, Dave, didn't I? And I went detecting. I had a very good day.
It brought you a lot of luck.
It did. Yes, got myself gold stater. So, which is somewhere I could show you. Do you want to see it? No.
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Hammers. Trays of hammers. Look at that. That's lovely. Oh. Oh, nice little. Look at that. Look at the condition of that.
That's delightful, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's 50 to 60 BC. But anyway, do you know what? Those who go on about getting the right programs and settings and everything, how deep was it, Dave? Go on, have a guess.
3 inches. 3 inches.
About that. Well, actually, less than that. Probably that.
Oh, it's about 6 inches, that, isn't it?
I used my glove to pull it out of the soil, and I thought it was a button at first. And I said to my mate James, and he went, I could hear that from here, the signal. And he said, "You're right." I said, "No, I need a new pair of pants." And he looked at me confused, and then he come running over, and then we found out it was gold stater. I found a lovely little hammered after that, and a little locket with a picture in it from probably early 1900s, 20s, probably.
Still,
yeah.
See the picture.
It's a woman. It almost looks sort of
big boobs,
loads of hair.
Oh, sorry, when you're doing that, mate.
But it's faded to like browny pink. I've
sepia.
got to clean it up. Yeah. Well, it was sepia, but very, very, very nice. I've got to sort that and clean it up. But yeah, had a cracking weekend. But having the little cheap thing, oh God, yeah. Just think about it. Think of all the money you spend on a mobile phone contract, and which is normally iPhone 12 or 13. It's like £1,300. Think about it. Think, should I not upgrade, and should I put that money away and get myself a little Jeepy thing? And it'll probably fail its MOT for about £9,000 in April or May when it's due. But yeah, I've got that, and I'm very happy at the moment.
What machine did you use?
I actually used the Deus 2 with my own settings. and there's been a lot of people having issues with the last update on the Deus 2, and I almost wanted to prove myself that it's still a usable machine, because some people have sort of hung it up, and it was.
Is that the one that we had the email today or yesterday about?
Sorry, I've got a fruit fly that keeps going through my nose. Don't know why. I haven't got strawberries up there or anything, but I've got a fruit fly. No, that was for the Deus 1. That was the I've confused it. Six up version 6.
Yeah, I remember number 6.
But no, we're still waiting for the Deus 2 update, and the Legends just had its beta update, which is hats off to Nocta. They just keep bashing it out, and there's talk of another new detector from Nocta as well, potentially later on as well.
Is that a Legend 900 and 700 series?
It might be Legend 2000 or something, and Quest as well. There's talk of them launching something new as well. So it's going to be a mental year again, I think. What with MindLab pushing out the Manticore and the 700 and the 900, you never know. Seascope might bring something out. But yeah, so it'd be good. But have you been detecting, Dave?
I'm just reading what Keith Leedy said. Adrian, he saw on BBC One a commercial for a show, Ghost, which one of the characters was half eaten by badgers from the race down. Did you not watch the Ghost Christmas special?
Is the Ghost?
Ghosts.
Never heard of it. Oh, is that the? It's like Horrible Histories, but for adults.
Yeah. Well, it's a series. It's hilarious, mate.
Has it got a scout leader with an arrow through his head?
Yes, his neck.
Yeah.
Watch it. It's very your.
I did watch the first when it first came out, and it reminded me it was a cross between Rent-A-Ghost and it's a bit Rent-A-Ghosty, isn't it, Mr. Claypole?
Ish.
Yeah, I will try and watch it actually.
And also, before we go on any further, Adrian, just to let everybody know where we are with the prizes from the Christmas show.
Yeah.
We have had an absolute nightmare. A, gleaning all the information from people. B, Adrian was ill for 2 entire weeks and didn't get out of bed. I'm silly busy at work, and I've opened the list that he sent me tonight, and I'm missing a few names. So there's still people who still haven't got back in touch with us.
Well, all the people who won have received an email, and it's on the bigdetectingshow.com website who won. So the only thing I can say is these are people who are like fly tippers. They find our Facebook page, like it, enter the competition, and never watch the show, because if they did, I mean, I could get up the winners now in case they're watching. Shall I do that, Dave?
Well, I think a lot of them know already. I mean, I can see in the chat room there is Stephen Henkridge. I know he's one of the winners.
You might come in
somebody else in there as well.
Let's
pull it up if you want, but you have to bear with us. At the end of the day, not only everything else, but British postal system has been a pile of crud for quite some time. So please bear with us.
Lezek on the ProFind email today, and I said to him he'll be with him shortly. Michael G. Bickerton, Detecticon tickets. I think he contacted us. Ken Sansom, Stuart Vickery, you've been emailed, and all these people, they're all on the bigdetectingshow.com. And if they want to get in touch, just click that button and nothing will happen. Oh, here you go. And just fill in your details there, and we'll send it off to you. But we've only had probably half of the people who entered get back to us.
So please bear with us. They're not going anywhere. You'll get them. But for God's sake, please respect that me and Adrian have got lives as well. You know, this is not a full-time job. We both have full-time jobs. We both have families. You'll get them. I've got other things I need to send out to people, and I haven't.
It's all free.
It's all free. So bear with us, please. You'll get them. And if not, just won't send them.
Yeah, and I don't think we've got any international winners, which if we did, well, good luck, because Royal Mail is still been hacked. There's hopefully a fix on that, but we will never know. Paul B, Dave and Adrian, could I ask if it is possible, kind sirs, that every now and again you only do prize draws for people? Yes, that's a good call,
we'd
Paul.
like to, but how do we actually sort out people who actually watch the show?
No, we do it live on a show.
We could do it live, but then we have to.
It's
how
only fair.
How do we get all the names of the people who are in the chat room?
I have got a special little integration for that into our website. So I think, Paul, that's a good point, because we should value the people.
Yes, we do. We do value as well. So
Let's
I'll tell you what then. If the prizes have not been claimed by the 1st of February, we will do a different draw for the people who are watching the show on the 2nd of February.
Yeah, I agree.
Is that soon enough?
Yeah, 100%. Because no one's won the claimed the Manticore's Vanquish socks as well, which is upsetting. Philip Wills, give a few out each week on the live. Yeah, that's a good call. We could do 3 a week, couldn't we, Dave, if the other people don't get back.
The only thing is, some of the prizes you also need to remember, they aren't provided by us, so we will have to see if it's okay with the people who have provided them for us. So bear with us. You'll get your gifts, but please just give it chilled out.
Susan Toker, there are tools. Yes, that is correct, to collect names, and we could do it through the Facebook page. So if we put a post up when the show's live, we could pull in the data from the people who comment on that actual post live on the show. If we said
sorry, is that technical?
No, not really.
I was going to say, I'll get me code.
Not as technical as. After all, the idea is to get more people turn up. More.
It is, and honestly, on behalf of me and Adrian, we do appreciate every single one of you that does watch the show. We really do. And for those of you who say, nice things to us, who see it at events throughout the year, Adrian's been to a few digs himself, local clubs and what have you. There's a lot of people. I think there's more people come to us that we don't realise actually do watch the show. We thought it was 4, and it's 7.
Yeah, or 11, I think the other. Yeah. And if you do come up to me and say hello, please say your name and how you know me, because it's very nice. But when people say, all right, Adrian, all right, I don't know if I knew you from first year infants or from last year's detectable. So, but it is very nice.
And you also need to remember, if you're going to remind us that you met us at last year's Rodney Cook, we were very, very drunk. On the Friday we were. No, on the Saturday you were, because I had to drive you all back to Marlborough in your car.
You had to drive. Yes. Do you remember? We had the back seats down, full of detectors and stuff, and there was Kerry, James. Was there someone else?
You and me.
And me and you in the front.
I was staying on site, wasn't I?
Oh, it's mud
Dave,
everywhere.
I've just had a brilliant idea. What's that, mate? Well, we can get a taxi, and I'm very, very drunk.
Yeah, and you drove my car, which you quite enjoyed.
You were going faster. It's like, Adrian, man,
I wasn't.
Faster, do it.
My boss is watching. Yes, but talking of Rodney Cook, those who enjoy the Rodney Cook experience and also the land, as of tomorrow, from 9 o'clock in the morning, Rodney Cook are doing a dig. One-day dig on the 26th of February.
Has it really begun?
Yes, 26th of February. Sorry, can I just let the badger out?
So, 26th of February, there's a one-day dig. This will be the start of this year's Rodney Cook event.
Yes. So, those who are interested, it's limited to 125-ish, 125 and a half people.
Scotty B's all right then.
Yes, that's why I said it. For the 26th of February, it's in Wiltshire. There'll be a burger van. Well, a food van, toilets and parking and all that malarkey, and a raffle, which are always good at Rodney Cook, especially the one-day digs, because potentially you could win a Deus 2 or something ridiculous when there's only 100 people there. So the odds are good. So if you're interested and you want to go to rodneycookmemorial.co.uk. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, there'll be a link on the homepage. Click on it and you can purchase your tickets. There's one price for all. So whether you're 99 or 15, it's the same price. If you're 15, you've got to go with an adult. You've got to be over 18 to attend. So those who are interested, and it's on Facebook, but not a lot of people have sort of realised, shouted about it, because Gary's put a lovely post up that he's gone on about things, and at the bottom he's put about it. So rodneycookmemorial.co.uk, watch it on your phone, and tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, you can get a ticket.
Adrian, I've just remembered when I was said about the half, and I said Scotty B. I sent you a video of him this morning that we can't air on TV, can we?
No, we cannot air it at all.
I also sent it to Scotty B as well.
Yeah, it was a very short.
And I sent it to Graham Dempsey and Shane and Steve and Ron, Ricardo and Ben. Most people
have time
really.
For all that. But
bulk send.
Gary's just put in the comments. I hope you're feeling all right, Gary, because he's been very ill, like everyone in the world in the UK at the moment. Poor old Gary's not been great, but it's a great area. So I think the tickets will sell out probably within a day. To be honest.
And did you say how much the tickets were? Sorry,
25 English pounds, and you will go on the website and enter your details, pay. Once you paid, you can download a PDF which you can print off, but don't keep it on your phone. It's got a QR code on it, and as long as you got that, it will scan you to let you in. If you do want to print it off, you can print it off. If you forget to download it, you'll get an email to remind you to download it as well. And
apparently, Adrian, you're going to be there as well.
Well, I haven't got to that exciting point at the moment. More importantly, when you book your tickets, make sure you put your mobile phone number, because all the issues with email, spam filtering, blocking, bouncing, everyone gets a text. So you will receive a text the Friday, I think, Gary, or Thursday before, with the locations of the dig. So what 3 words, and also Google Maps link directly to the dig. So make sure you put your mobile number in there. If you haven't got a mobile number, just put that in the comments. But you should have a mobile, really, in this day and age. But you will receive a text. Everyone will. With the dig location and everything. And yes, David, I will be going. I will be there for the day. I'll be going up there on the Saturday in the whip, probably, in the new 4x4 thingy I've got. And I'll be enjoying the day with everyone. And because it's Rodney Cook, it'll be nice weather.
Do you know what I like about these shows where it's just the two of us that we throw in every now and again? We actually get to discuss the Paris notices at length.
Yeah, but I could go on really.
No. I mean, when we've got a guest on, we talk about the guest. You know, that's our prerogative. So we've had time to discuss the one dayer and what have you, and other bits and bobs. And as well as that, Adrian, we do have making its debut tonight a new feature. 9 p.m. Now
9 p.m.
You want to do it now? Do you want to do it now? Do you want to do it now? Do you want to do it now?
Yeah. Is there a graphic? Now,
Bug Wars!
When I was at school, I'd have gone, when I saw that. But this is different. This is all related to our hobby, isn't it, Dave? And the master yourself.
And related to the show.
Yeah, you came up with this, and we all buy books.
I had to ring you, didn't I, straight away in case I forgot.
Yeah, were you in the van? Because it was very muffled. Yeah. So we all look on Facebook and Instagram and whatever to look at about our finds and things, and we go on blog posts and every YouTube to find out about detecting. But you can't beat a book. You can't beat a book. And I've got some books. David's got some books.
Let's just tell you how this is going to work. So
yeah,
we've both chose 4 metal detecting books each. They're different from each other, so we've got 8 books in total. So what we're going to do over the next 4 weeks, Adrian's going to pick his first book tonight, and I'm going to pick the first book tonight. We will ask somebody in the chat to choose a page number. When you do that, we'll read out a paragraph on that page, and you decide which is the best book. That goes through to the next round. Obviously, the 4 will get through to semi-finals, and then we'll get... Oh, we haven't chose that one.
Dino's right. The Accidental Detectorist. But this is metal detecting books, so...
Right. Anyway, so we'll get through to the final. That book will be this section's winner. We're then going to choose another section, possibly people who've been on the show's books, because we've got an abundance of them, haven't we, Adrian?
Yes.
And then they'll go through to the next round, etc., etc., etc. At the end of the year, running up on Christmas, the Christmas show, we'll have a Champions League final. So, who should we choose, Adrian? Let's choose somebody who watches all the time, who's always in the chat room.
I know
you
the
choose
man.
the person.
Philip Wills.
Philip Wills, right. Now, you choose tonight's book, Adrian, without me seeing, and I'll choose my book without seeing.
Actually, this is good for Philip Wills. This is good for Philip Wills. He'll understand.
And if you're doing that with Philip Wills, I'm going to, seeing you're choosing first, I'm going to play my weakest book.
Oh, well, you can't say that.
No, I can. I can do what I want behind the background. Next week, I'll choose mine, and you can choose second. So, Philip Wills, how many pages in your book, Adrian?
Sorry, there's a lot of references. 263.
Right, so I've got 94. So Philip Wills has said the obvious number 69. So, Adrian.
It's going to be a bad one.
So, Adrian. So, when we've both read our paragraph, you, the audience, choose which book's best, and that goes through to the next round, the winner with the most votes.
They don't see the book yet, do they?
Not until we've both read them out.
Have I got to read
our paragraph from page 69?
69. Do I put mine to the first chapter? So do I read the chapter? I'll read the chapter.
Are you reading the full chapter? I thought you were just going to read a paragraph. I mean, I've got...
Well, it's a beginning. I'll start with mine, shall I?
Okay.
Target discrimination. How does it work? The only 100% reliable discriminator is a shovel. And that's a quote from White's Electronics Metal Detector XLT Engineering Report in America. In the previous chapter, when the IB principle was explained, it was stated that current flowing in a nearby metal target will cause an associated current to flow in the received coil. What was not mentioned was that the fact that the received signal is delayed slightly when compared to the transmitted signal. This delay is caused by 2 factors. 1. The target objective impedes the flow of the induced current. This is due to resistive nature of the material that makes up the target. 2. The target object also impedes any changes in the flow of current, either rising or falling due to the reactance of the material. That's just a little bit. Sorry.
Hold on, I'm just having to send a message.
What message?
You'll see in a minute. Right, my paragraph. The beehive thimble is covered in irregular pits which spiral on the crown and run vertically down the sides. The pits are irregular in diameter and the vertical rows converge in places. Towards the bottom, the pits terminate at the circumferential groove, below which is a plain rim. The thimble can be dated from the medieval to Tudor period because of its shape. A simple thimble such as this would have found in households in medieval Cheshire, and many were mass-produced in Nuremberg, now in Germany. There you go. You choose, Dave,
Should we show
or
the
you
book?
choose Adrian. Yeah, no. Yeah, go on then. You first.
No, you first.
No, you first. You chose
No, you
first.
first. All right then.
So don't be done by the book. Be done by the best paragraph.
Go on, David. Can't see it.
One of the fines liaison officers for our area, former fines liaison, Vanessa Oakton. 50 fines of Cheshire. So, which is it to be, Dave or Adrian? Best go up a little bit here, aren't I?
Dave, Adrian, Dave. Yours is racist because it's only Cheshire.
Yours is too technical for me, so it shouldn't have been used. Trying to talk above your station.
If
So
I show you, look at mine. Just look at mine. You're on you, Dave.
Oh, sorry.
Look at that circuitry of the metal detector, how it all works, and it also tells you the marketing.
Pretty
how metal detectors are marketed.
Pretty metal detecting fines. Pretty. Look, lovely things.
Price. Let's put price in.
Nice. $14.99.
If you can get it, which is very rare, £40.
Good Lord.
And there's a reason it's rare.
So I'm starting at.
It could be a regionalist thing.
Darren Davidson says me.
Well, it depends how technical you are.
Andy Sheriff said me.
Oh, page count. Tony Kaywood. Very good. Value for money. Mine's 293
for me. Andy Sheriff said me. That's 3.
Mine also tells you how to hack into
Stop trying to swing the vote. Stop trying to swing the vote.
Via USB.
Steve Barnett, 1 for you. Another 1 for me. Another 1 for me. That's 5-1. Rallies, Adrian, 5-2. 6-2. 7-2. 7-3. 8-3. 9-3. 3-11.
Paperback.
4, 11-5. 12-5. 13, 14. 14-6. Adrian, I'm sorry, mate. Took it.
Well, that's a good thing because if you try and buy this book, they're like rocking horse shit. They're rare. And if you're really, really interested in metal detecting, right up until how metal detectors are marketed with the interfaces, user interfaces and changed, at the end of the day, it's all the same technology, but it's all voiced to you differently through different manufacturers. And this book here, look at that. It's a bounty hunter on the front with all the circuitry with an oscilloscope.
Wait a minute.
Look at that. With a bounty hunter with an oscilloscope measuring everything. And it's got all the things that you don't know about. So if you Google all these things, BFO, you will get to that if you Google it. If you
Big friendly orange.
Designing a BFO detector, it tells you how to bloody make one. And that book, the first in-depth book on metal detector technology since 1927, and it still is to this current day.
Who is the author, Adrian?
It's George Overton and Carl Morland, who were consultants to some of the world's biggest metal detecting manufacturers. Paul B, is there a technical book on shafts? Not yet, but I might do one. I'd love to do that. The Book of Shaft.
Oh, do
The
it.
Book of Shafts.
Is that a film? That's the Book of Eli.
Yeah, it is a film, but you can self-publish on Amazon. Anyway, you've won that.
I won that one. So going through to the next round in about 4 weeks from now is
4 weeks.
50 Finds from Cheshire by Vanessa Oakton. I've got my next one lined up, which I will choose first, and you can do a bit of like jiggery pokery to give yourself the best chance.
I've won on this one.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
I know what you've got. So anyway, let's have a bit of feedback. What did you think about
feedback?
What did you think about Book Wars? That was it.
Sorry.
Anyway, Adrian, a little bit of a surprise for you. Brian.
Is he running a bath?
Brian. Brian.
He's having a bath, Dave. He's having a bath.
Brian. TC messaged me to say that Brian said he's free now.
Brian. He was.
Brian.
He's put the kids to bed and they've woken up.
It's just this show, isn't it? It goes from one extreme to another. Something completely obscure to a technical issue.
I've got an itchy armpit. I know what an itchy palm means. Like
itchy armpit means that you need to stop using roll-on deodorant and use a bit of Brute.
I use flour.
I'll be why.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeast.
Brian.
Paul B says, has he anaesthetised his kids? No, but if he used a lot of cowpole, Finnegan, not that I'm condoning that, it does work.
Here he is.
All
Hello.
right, Brian.
Hi, Adrian, how are you?
Good. He fell over. He's rent-a-ghosted us.
If your mansion house needs haunting, then hire
There we go.
rent-a-ghost. You all right, Brian? That's very
good evening, young Brian. Are you well?
I'm very good. Very good. How are you?
You look all startled and peculiar for a minute then, and windswept and interesting all at the same time.
I've spoken to you, Adrian, but I've spoken to you, Dave, on the chat, obviously, but never on the show, because last time you were on holiday.
Yeah, I was in Turkey last time, so thanks for coming on, obviously, the show tonight. I poo-pooed and got all mixed up with our dates and told you last week and double booked. And then we're coming tonight, so obviously, thanks for making it tonight. We thought it was just going to be an Adrian, and people get bored of me and Adrian, and we end up doing Book Wars instead, things like that. But here we are. Thanks for coming on.
No, definitely. Kids are in bed, so yeah, got some free time. The wife's away as well, so peace and quiet.
Brian, you've been very busy since the Christmas Detectorists. Are we allowed to talk about what you've been working on? Wait for it.
Hold on. I'm going to turn off this. Hold on a sec.
Stupid green screen.
How do I turn off this virtual background?
Yeah. Absolutely no idea. Oh, there it is.
Right. Looks like a prison cell. Now, who in the chat recognises that? Who in the chat recognises that? If you look at the plate at the bottom, who recognises that? First one to say it.
Nobody's saying it. Oh, it's John Clay. No, it's not. He's on about an old butcher's shop for some reason.
With rabbits.
Tony K. Box.
Where did you see this box?
Stuart V. Stu V got it.
Oh, Detectorist, yeah. On the Christmas
Detectorist.
Steve Blame watched something totally different. It was the E-Tectorists, which is about e-cigarettes and such like. Look at that.
Yes, it is. How cool is? I mean, that Brian, that is
Yeah, so I saw the
replica.
the show obviously, and then I contacted Dane Guild Workshops, and I spoke to George, and I said, "Look, what are the chances of me being allowed to reproduce this?" And he went, "Yeah, by all means." And he gave me all his original drawings and photographs. The drawings he gave me were in a really low resolution, and that's all I had. So I had to buy a tablet, a drawing painting tablet, to reproduce all the drawings by hand. Convert them in each of these little tiles had to be hand drawn, and then converted into 3D models. Even the little jewels here, had to buy a special nozzle for them just to get them to print properly. And each one takes about a week and a half to print and then assemble.
Wow.
So yeah, they go live on my website tomorrow for sale. So.
Oh, so you're actually selling them as well?
Yeah, they're on. If you go on the Monitor Designs Facebook page, there's a link up there at the moment on the website, and then they'll be stocked tomorrow. I've printed 10 so far. So
put it in the chat, Dave.
How absolutely amazing, Adrian, would it be? All them coins you had in the little cases to actually load up one of them reliquary boxes with coins.
And they do come with a Holy Grail as well. They come with a little clay Holy Grail pot as well.
Brilliant.
Shut up. Really?
No, I don't have one with me. I gave it to the farmer on Sunday to fill all his Roman coins with, but I reproduced the Roman Grail pot, so it's a replica of the pot as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
How much is it, Brian?
I'll be selling them for 65 each.
Ooh.
Bargain.
And when's it go live? What time tomorrow?
8 o'clock tomorrow night. So if you go on, have you still got my website, Adrian?
Yeah. Monarchdesigns.
Yeah,
should we put it in the chat, Dave?
Hold on.
Go on the website. Hold on, I'll try and dig it out.
monarchdesigns.com.
It's monarchdesignsuk.co.uk. I'll chuck it in the chat. Hold on a sec.
Can I do that? I can copy it.
I'll put it in the private chat. Hold on.
Oh, the private. There you are.
There you go.
You know what I'll do? I'll give you the exact link as well, to be honest. Yeah, so I'll just drop this link in as well. So there's going to be a little add-on to this in the future. I don't know if you can see in here. There's 2 little wiring ties. Yeah, there's 2 little wiring.
Make it big, Dave. Sorry. Could you
hold on? That's what she's saying.
Yep, so in there's going to be a little magnetic reed switch, and then that will feed down to there's 2 holes under this felt here, and then at a later date I've got an Adafruit soundboard, which is linked to an amplifier and a little speaker in the bass, and then when you open the box, Russell's Detectorist player will play out to you.
Oh my Lord, how cool is that, Dave? That is
absolutely brilliant.
Honestly, Brian, hats off to you, mate. You sent me those pictures of you working on it, and I just thought, quick off the mark, but what a fantastic thing to have. Especially, it's like a coffee table book, isn't it? But not a book. Someone comes round to your house and says, "Oh, well, what's that? Oh, have you seen the Detectorists? Yeah, it's a replica of the." It makes you wonder, doesn't it, if how that episode would have carried on with that whole box. Maybe in future episodes, Dave's eating a Mars bar.
Dave's having hypo.
How long did it take you to draw that and recreate a CAD file or a 3D file?
Each little tile took about 3 days to design, or to draw really. And then another day to turn into a 3D model. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 different designs on there. 7, sorry, yeah.
Will Ways asked, can you, instead of having the music that you said before, could you have the one like they had on Wolves v Liverpool the other night?
Yeah, the porn sound, yeah.
You can have anything you want on there.
Did you know how they did that? someone put a mobile phone under one of the seats, I think, and the ringtone was the porn sound.
Brilliant.
Which so the gold you've used, Brian, it looks gold. It's not gold, but it looks
it's not.
really gold.
There's two different types of gold material on here. So you've got silk gold for the top layer, and then to highlight the details on the figure, it's a sort of matte gold.
It's fantastic. And the reverse of that is?
That's just because a 3D printer prints it, an FDM printer prints in layers. Each colour change is on a different layer. So at the bottom it's blue, because that's the first layer here. Then green, and then the matte gold, and then the silk gold.
So the person who creates the box originally for the show, I take it you've shown him what your box looks like, and that's not a euphemism. What's his thoughts on it?
He's getting a free one, so he was really happy with the final look of it. And he asked about how he go about buying one. I told him he wouldn't have to pay for one because he gave me the designs and the drawings, so I'll send one his way for free. It was quite funny actually, because the guy's name is George, but when I opened up, there was an article in one of the metal detecting sort of online newspapers, and it was giving credit to someone else. So I thought I'd got my names mixed up, so I just wanted to make sure I had permission to actually design the box. So I contacted George again. I was like, have you seen this article? Because this other guy's getting credit for your box. And he went, yeah, the guy that they've given this news article giving credit to is the guy who made the wooden part inside, just a little wooden box bit inside. So he was quite angry about this newspaper giving him the
newspapers,
the credit, giving him a credit elsewhere.
Could you show us it again, Brian, the box? Just because it
you just want
so
to keep
cool.
saying show us your box, don't you?
Yeah, no, it just looks so.
It's a bit like letting your badger out, isn't it?
Absolutely stunning. And just to think, not even a month since it's been on TV.
That is amazing. I really like that. I'd Brian, without telling us quantities that are available, when that goes on sale tomorrow night, will it go quickly?
I know I'm putting 10 available for sale tomorrow with 10 on back order, and I know I've sold about 17 of them so far.
Wow, fair play.
And it's how £65,
65 each, yeah, plus shipping.
and it takes you a week and a half to print.
But I've got 4 printers, so I can knock 4 or 5 out in a week. But that's with no other orders coming in. So
I reckon I could knock off one quite quick.
Yeah, but you obviously there's not just that you offer. There's a lot more.
Well, yeah.
Should we pull up the website and I'll?
Do you want to get it up, Dave? Because you are better
for now.
You're better than that. And I think we just say that Brian's stuff is top-notch quality. You do get some 3D printed stuff, which is a bit ropey and a bit jagged and a bit sketchy. But this Brian stuff is absolutely spot on. It's lovely. Well, there was going to be an article in Treasure Hunting magazine on your products, but it didn't appear, and I don't quite know why. But I think it's because of Christmas and illness and certain other things. But if you just look at some of the things that Brian does,
I don't think one of my newest products isn't on there actually. It's in the shop.
You changed your website, I think.
It's layout is slightly different. So if you go to shop and then you go to categories, I think it is. Sorry, you go to coin and artifact display stands on the left there, and then scroll down to LED lit displays. Oh, back up. So just on the left hand side, a bit further up, LED lit displays.
Where am we now?
Left. On the left, Dave, the text. The text.
Oh, text. Sorry. I'm looking at the pictures, that's why.
One of my new ones is further down, I think. I just released that last week. So it's that one there, the Deluxe Castle LED display.
Nice.
So that is
nice?
That's massive. It's about 45 centimeters long.
Are they Cadbury's fingers on the side?
Oh, that'd be nice. Caramel.
And if
ones.
not, can I caramel ones? Yeah, can you do me one with them?
Brian, is that shipped as a solid item, or is it? Do you have to assemble it? Oh,
No,
wow.
that's all shipped as a solid item. There's been a few updates to that. Yeah, so instead of 4 LEDs inside, there's now 6. There's a few other little changes as well. But yeah, that's one of the new ones.
Oh, it's like, oh, wow. How cool's that? How cool's that?
Yeah.
So the likes of that, Brian, the design of you have to do that yourself, come up with that on a computer design to transfer it to the system to print.
Yeah, I design it all. Got CAD software, 3D modeling software, and design every aspect of it. And then you transfer it over to a program called a slicer, which is like a 3D printing bit of software. And then that bit of software converts it into the format needed to send it to the printer.
Brian, how do you, you know the picture backgrounds that illuminate, like we just saw, the lady?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So that's called let me get this right, it's called a lithopen. So I do different types. There's that one there, is the original. This is one of the very first products I did, actually. And basically it's a very thinly layered photograph, basically. It's only a few millimeters thick. And the dark areas of the photograph are printed thicker, whereas the light areas are printed thinner. So when you shine a light from behind it, it illuminates it, and it illuminates all the detail and brings out the photograph.
See, that to me is a perfect gift for a landowner, a map of his land, probably a sort of 1920s map with the finds in it, a couple of hammers and whatever, Roman coin, is a lovely gift to give to the landowner at Christmas or any time in the year for 15 quid.
That was the very first product I did. That was the very first thing I sold, and then just sort of spiraled from there.
Do you do, sorry, I was just looking in the chat. Someone said, do you do button displays? Is there a specific display you do for buttons?
If you go back on the website, there is a button display on there.
Sorry, Dave. I'm thinking of Tony Kaywood. Tony Kaywood.
Do you know what? Rob Random, fantastic point. He wonders how 3D printing company don't get bothered for adding more plastic into the world.
Yeah, well, I can see your point, but they're not actually adding any more plastic. That's the supplier who's adding the plastic. We're just producing it into something.
No, not you. He means the people who create the 3D printers as opposed to printing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So where are we for now?
If you go to where are we? Coin and artifact displays, and then you go to on the same left-hand corner there's a section for button displays.
Tony Kaywood. There you go, Tony.
There you go, TC.
And then each of those little recesses has got a so each of the slots has got a recess for the back bit of the button as well.
Cool, blimey, 24 quid. Tony's going to need hundreds of them, isn't he? Oh, look, is that big button on the side come with it?
There's a big button on the side.
Oh, he'd love that, wouldn't he? Derek Sherwin, very good point, actually. Do you do one for bullets, like 3-ring bullets and stuff?
I don't do one specifically for bullets, but I've got one specifically for sort of wartime military displays. It's in that LED section. So if you go in there, it's called a war remembrance display.
Just looking in the chat, Paul B said he uses cornstarch-based plastic that composts. Is that right?
Yeah, so you've got a substance called PLA, which is polyacetic acid, and it is compostable, but only under very specific conditions. You can't just chuck it in your normal composter and it'll degrade. It has to be sent off to a specialist plant. But yes, it is biodegradable to some extent. So yeah, if you scroll down on the left-hand side to...
I'm just
LED.
looking at that. I spotted that, and I love musket balls.
Yeah, I've got shitloads of musket balls.
Yeah, LED displays, it's in there. And then that one there, War Remembrance display.
I like that. I like
Isn't
that.
it beautiful, that?
Yeah, it really
So this
is
one
nice.
again, there's actually room for another 2 buttons on the bottom of the new model. Yeah, that's little Higgins landing craft for the battery compartment. Little
That's
Higgins
lovely,
bottle.
that is.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of those life of pain backgrounds you were talking about, Adrian. So you shine the light from behind, emphasises the detail.
Do you know
That's
what?
brilliant.
It's a good job I'm not single, isn't it? My flat, my flat, probably based in Hackney, over a newsagent, so would be full of stuff like that. But the housing manager has control on things. But it's fantastic, the range you've got. And how long have you been doing it now, Brian?
Sort of started 2020 and then really started launching the website 2021. It's only a couple of years now.
And there's all that on there, Dave, isn't there? It's so much. It's so much.
This will be the first year will be Rodney Cook as well. Can't wait.
Rob Random's put, can you 3D print another? Yes, but can you 3D print another 3D printer? Is AI taking over? I'll tell you, we're talking about AI. Sorry, AI Chat GP. Has anyone heard about that? You heard about that, Brian?
Is that the thing that if you ask it to paint something or draw something, it'll draw it?
Yeah, and if you say what's metal, what are the benefits of metal detecting, it types it all out for you. It's so cool, and you can get it to draw things, write code for a website. AI Chat G or AI GP, I think, but artificial intelligence. And which brings me on to something I've been reading about recently, Brian. There's apps now on your phone. So let's say I take this pen. There's apps now. I can get on my phone and I can scan that and it will draw it and 3D print it. Have you heard about that?
I've seen these apps where you type it, it's just like a text box and it will ask you to, you put in something like, tell the AI to draw the last day on Earth or something ridiculous, and it will make a full painting of what it thinks the last day on Earth is going to look like. It's really crazy stuff. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Thousands of detectorists at Rodney Cook.
Yeah, yeah. And you're at Rodney Cook this year, are you, Brian?
I am, yeah. It's my first year having a big stall at Rodney Cook. So I've bought, from, as I said, 2022 is quite successful for Modern Design, so I reinvested all that back into the business, and we're going to have a big 4.5 metre by 3 metre stall, 3 or 4 different tables set up. So yeah,
awesome.
Lots of banners and postage and flags and stuff. So yeah, good.
Just make sure you're not near the big detecting show, because you'll have a lot of sugar and wine spilt over your stand. But no, yeah, we don't.
Andy Sheriff just said, Dave, at the moment, Dave read Tony Kaywood's comment about you have to have 1,000 books to have a library. And I've just counted over 50 books on one shelf. And I've got about 30 shelves of books, so I reckon I might have done that.
I've only just buying books again. Like,
yeah. What book have you bought recently, Brian?
The one I got recently was the Roman Coinage of Britain book.
And I got that one.
He's got it. He's got it.
No, you're giving it away.
I've messed it up, haven't I? Yeah.
You have to get a reserve in now.
I have got a reserve. Well, let's talk about that. That one.
That's a fantastic book, that.
Yeah. Thanks. I would have won it. But, Dave, I've got another book. But I've got it. This book here. Oh, we haven't said about books. So, these books here. Well, this book, but not the one I showed before. Greenlightpublishing.com have got up to 40% discount on all their books. We haven't said this, have we, Dave?
No, we haven't.
No. Sorry, Brian, interrupting. Talking to books. greenlightpublishing.com. Go to their website today, and they've got up to 40% off their books. So I think if you click on the top left one, Dave, and this is something which it's a bad month. No one's got any money, but look at that. It's like £6 off that, and that is a great book. Sorry, Brian.
Is that a new one? I'm not seeing
Yeah,
that
that's
yeah.
No, last November that was published.
Yeah, that is a revision to one which came out about 7 or 8 years ago. There's a lot of new books, but that one's really interesting, and I do love. Well,
That's a good one.
I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that had come down. Yeah, so £21. Oh, that's come down as well. Finds identified.
If you buy them together, you're saving even more.
Those two books there, if you're a metal detectorist, without doubt, and the last one you have to have. 100%. So Greenlight Publishing, definitely.
Where?
Yeah. So there's some good books on there now. But that Roman coinage in Britain, Brian, I can't use it now, Dave, can I? I can't use it in my thing. But it's a big old book. What is it? £20 or something? But it's just got so much stuff in it.
My friend John a really good permission, and they pulled up about 400 coins or so far off, like Roman coins off that permission there. And we bought that book just to sort of help us identify some of the coins coming up.
Yeah, it's there's still the odd ones that aren't in there. There's I can't say it now because it's one of my top trump books. But Dave, you've messed me up. But yeah, sorry, Brian, you were probably getting the kids to bed before. But we've got a thing called Book Wars on.
Book Wars.
And my one this week was this one, right, which lost. It's a hardback book. It's a very rare book. And you'd probably like it, Brian, because it's got all stuff like that in it on metal detectors. Whereas Dave's is racist because was it Cheshire fines or something?
God's country, that county.
Sorry?
God's county. We're all God's children, and this is
God's
I know
county. We're all God's children.
And
100%.
this is God's county. So in effect, we're all from Cheshire.
I bet we got more donkeys in Essex than Cheshire, and the Lord Jesus used a donkey for Mary. So anyway, did you know donkeys have got a cross on their back?
Really?
Yeah. If you look at a donkey, Google a donkey, Dave. Donkey's back, they got a cross on, and it's because Jesus blessed them after Mary rode on it for like whatever week she did. Look, he's Googling it. Same as a robin. Same as a robin. A robin has got a red breast because Jesus
it has as well.
Yes, I told you. We are all God's children. Yeah, show it. Go on, show it. And that's because...
Why do donkeys have a cross on their back? What does it say there?
Because Jesus blessed them. Because Mary...
can you eat them at Easter, Ben?
I've never eaten a donkey. Never eaten a donkey.
Cross donkeys.
And also, why has a robin got a red breast? Because it sat on Jesus when he was on the cross, and he blessed it with his blood. See, I know all the most important facts. You need to look. How many you?
Anyway, Bri, moving
on. Christian FM.
Steve Newman, I'm sending him round your house, mate.
Hey?
I'm sending Steve Newman round visit you.
Well, if he's not at church, because he's a devout Christian, is Steve Newman. He was there. What's he put? There were, chop it up. That was, chop it up. Yeah, he probably eats donkeys. He's probably got donkey head stuffed. Oh my God. Last week, Brian, we had some guys on from, was it Florida or America or all over?
From Utah.
Yeah, we had a guy with an alligator's head. Was it alligator or crocodile? Crocodile, alligator.
It's got to go up. Which was the best, the alligator's head or the reliquary box? It's just the most random things you can show.
His job was.
I was supposed to be on that show, and then you sort of double booked, didn't they?
Yeah. Scott Dubay, a donkey is stronger than a horse of the same size. Donkeys can vary hugely in size. I love this. People comment. A donkey braid can carry up to 60 miles in the desert. Donkeys utilise 19%. How the hell do you know that, Scott?
Google.
That's so. Oh, Paul B, why did Jesus cross the road? I like that one. Please tell us. That looks good.
Because he crossed the road. Come on, Adrian, catch up.
I just like
Wikipedia.
I just
Steve
like
Newman says a donkey is anyway. Monarch Designs. We're talking about bloody
the Lord Jesus and donkeys.
A donkey has a mask.
Yeah, they do.
I've missed you, Rob. I'd throw me completely now.
Well, we were talking about Brian.
Brian, yes.
And he's.
So what brought you round to actually printing your first product? What was the reason for your first print?
Well, my first print wasn't actually a product. I bought a 3D printer. I mean, I'm a massive geek, so I like sort of Star Trek and sci-fi and Stargate. So I bought a 3D printer to print myself, sort of Star Trek models and bits myself. And then it was just around that time I'd started metal detecting, or maybe a year or two into metal detecting. I thought I could make a little display for my coins, and I thought I could sell these. And then someone else suggested something. Someone else suggested something else, and before I know it, I built up a little bit of a following. So I made the Facebook page, and it's all sort of spiraled from there. But yeah, I think there's a lack of good displays and ways of showcasing your finds other than just shoving them in a cabinet and being forgotten about. So I think people like the idea of having something nice to sit in the morning and look at. So.
And what's the average lead time, Brian, on your products? Does it vary?
It really depends on how busy it is. I mean, if it's not busy,
you've also got a full-time job, haven't you, which keeps you away from the printing industry a bit as well.
Yeah, I work offshore. I work in the fisheries research industry. So, as an offshore engineer. So that's my full-time job. And I've got my background is mechanical engineer. Been a mechanical engineer since 2005. But yeah, the 3D printing is a bit of a side business for me, but it keeps me going. But yeah, it's been busy since August. So since August, the printers haven't been off. They've been running 24 hours a day. I think they were off for a week in December. That's purely because I went to Scotland for a week to visit family. And I came back again, and I thought January's going to be really quiet, but it hasn't let up. I mean, it's orders me coming in 24 hours a day.
So when you're away and it's printing, does Mrs. Brian have to take things off and put things on?
She does. She's well trained. Oh, she's not watching. In fact, she's offshore right now, so she'll not be watching.
Oh, she works offshore herself?
Yeah, she's a scientist.
Wow. What a house for conversation. Adrian, you go round for your tea. I love it there.
When I'm away, she's got instructions on how to put things on and take prints off and put new ones on. So.
And I thought you were just a cast member on the rig myself, personally.
Is your wife Scottish, Brian?
She's not. She's born in Suffolk. So
wow.
I met her. Yeah, it's quite funny. I sort of came full circle on that. So I was a ship's engineer on a big research vessel out of Lowestoft. And then the scientific crew came on, and that's how I met my wife. And then we entered into a relationship. And then I went and joined a different company for 5 years, and then we had 2 kids in the meantime. So she thought, you need to get a job back on shore. So there's this job going at my company. So I applied for it and I got it, and we both work in the same company now and on the same ship. So
awesome.
So
we do have an answer as to why Jesus crossed the road. He was nailed to the chicken.
I don't think they had chickens then, did they?
Of course they did.
No. quail. Did they have chickens then?
Chickens very invented.
How could he have a fried egg in the morning? He didn't have a chicken, silly.
Do you know? Talking of
And there was chickens in the manger.
He's thinking about it.
I don't know. Do you know? Random, totally bizarre. Bloke coming to work today with an egg box. Oh, I've got to be careful I say this. And he walked in the office and he had a egg box. I said, "What are you doing?" Blah, won't say his name. I said, "Are you making a effing or whatever cake?" And he went, "No, I've got a turkey egg, a chicken egg, and a duck egg." It's not a joke, but how weird is that? Someone at work walks in.
Was his name Tony?
No, but he was
when you
close
said,
to Tony.
Tony Blair.
No, it wasn't Tony.
You said Blair, so I thought it was Tony Blair.
Has anyone had a turkey's egg?
Are they
It
big?
was quite big. It was quite big. I didn't think, because if turkeys were that good at laying eggs, why can't you buy turkey eggs?
I've had a rear egg. Not rear as in REAR.
Was it battery operated?
You know, the birds like an emu.
Yeah, but I just thought a chicken egg, a duck egg, and a turkey egg. I know duck eggs are nice.
So what was he actually doing with them then? Just
he was giving them
for a walk.
Giving them someone
Oh, right.
at work. But turkey egg. The turkey egg. It's like, oh, I don't know about that. Yeah.
I've heard about dog eggs.
I've had lamb eggs. Lamb eggs are really nice. They're big, but lamb eggs. Anyway, I had a question or something to
Isn't
raise.
that lamb poo? Isn't that lamb
No,
poo?
lamb. No, lamb. That's why you have Easter, because lambs lay eggs. That's what Easter's all about. Lamb eggs. Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Should we take him off again, Brian?
Oh, hang on. They hatch turkey eggs, feed them up, and kill them at Christmas. Oh my God, that's Tony Kaywood. That's all he talks about. It's buttons and death. What's he talking about? Moses had. Oh God, the chat's random. In the chat, out of interest, people who've been to Brian's website, monarchdesigns.uk.com.
Monarchdesigns.uk.
Yeah.
Bit confusing.
Is there anything anyone thinks that Brian could design that they're missing? I mean, someone said about bullets, but we saw Brian had a display there which you could encompass bullets. But is there anyone crotal bells? Do you do a crotal bell display?
I do,
Yes, he
yeah.
does.
Oh,
Sure.
Get back to it, shall I?
yeah.
How
God,
about the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade Holy Grail to hold all your hoarding?
Could do anything. I think the one thing I am missing is a Celtic. I've been asked quite a few times to do a Celtic display, and the choices are sort of limited with the Celtic period because all you've got is sort of mud huts and straw. But I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I went to the British Museum last week. I was wandering around and I saw the Bosworth Shield? Bosworth Shield? Yeah, it is. So I'm going to make a display based off of that shield that I saw in the British Museum.
Joe, hi Joe in the chat. All right, mate. Hope you're okay. Getting on with your you got Manticore or whatever. I don't know. He's put a swinging crotal bell ringer. That's quite cool, isn't it?
I could do that quite easily.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
Come on, ideas for Brian. A Bronze Age accent. Right, I've actually seen your Bronze Age accent stand. You've got one of them up already, haven't you?
It's not on the website. It's on the Facebook page, and it's I don't advertise them because they're all custom made for each individual accent. Yeah, so they aren't actually on the website. There's just a picture of them. So each of the stands in the middle there, and the little prongs on top are each custom made with the customer to match their axe head stand.
All right, with you.
So they'll send me pictures of their axe head, front, back, top, sides, and then some measurements. And I'll send in little test pieces in the post to fit their axe head. So usually it takes 3 or 4 times. I'm doing one for a guy right now.
Actually, that's a good one. Joe's put Joe Webster handstand for a ring display.
I'm doing a ring display. It's not a display, it's like a little stand. So they're very similar to my coin stands that I do. Which will house a ring. You'll be able to hold an individual ring. But yeah, I've got something coming for rings, but a hand-on stand display, that's an idea as well. I could do that. Pretty easy to
do. I'm looking for a display for a ring soon.
Oh yeah, you are, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'm. Do you do anything with perspex? Do you use any perspex in your displays, or?
I do. So on the website, there's a little. Where is it? I think whereabouts it is in the shops. So if you go to coin and artifact displays, and then go down at the bottom of coin and artifact displays, you've got risers.
Got a lot of stuff, Brian. Hell of a lot of stuff.
If you scroll up and on the left-hand side in the text.
All right, done it again, haven't I?
Risers. So in there, I do these perspex risers. So they're just like platforms. Yeah. So I do them. And I've got someone local to me who's going to produce me some perspex engraved. In fact, actually, I'm not going to talk about that because that's an upcoming product.
Oh. Is that encapsulated? Because it's always nice to keep it out of dust and things like that. Is there something you do or planning on for sort of encapsulating it?
No, not at the moment, but it's a good idea. The thing with encapsulating things with 3D products is there isn't a material which is truly transparent, which is why I've had to use perspex. I mean, you do get a transparent material, but it isn't transparent. It's more like a milky sort of opaque color, so it's not true transparent. So that's why I haven't developed anything like a dome you put on top of a stand which would encapsulate something yet. Yeah,
because it's not often I display my ring, but when I do want to display it, I want to make sure it's enclosed and visible. Sorry, I didn't get shaft in tonight. I just got my ring.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
The book of shaft.
Yeah, there was that. Dave, should we do someone put in
do
the
you
chat
do
about...
a display to hold a coin of each monarch in timeline order?
Yes.
I don't specifically, but I can do. I mean, I've got a display on the website which is called a Grand Monarch display, which holds a series of coins for that monarch. So actually, if you go onto my website and go onto Grand Monarch displays, I can actually tell you about the new product I'm developing.
Ooh.
Won't be for some time though. So if you go down to, where is it? Up there, I just saw it, Grand Monarch displays. So if you click on any one of them, so these are LED backlit. So if it was, yeah. So the bit with the white behind there is an LED which shines light onto that LED, and it will tell you a bit about the monarch. So that's Edward I, and then you've got slots for each of the coins of Edward I. A little magnetic coin at the top there as well. So each of these little plaques and coins are all magnetic, so they're all interchangeable. So say, for example, you were fed up of Edward I, you could order a new monarch set, you could switch it all out. You know.
Brian, Steve Newman has just put in the chat, a display with pictures of old detective mates will be massive. So that would be perfect. If someone sent you some pictures of their mates, like a group photo, Rodney Cook Rally 2023, and then on the left they could put their finds.
I think I've already got something like that. So I'll try.
Oh God, Brian. You're like the top trump king. You are. You're constantly. But Steve's right. Steve Newman will probably buy everything on your website tonight and send you loads of dodgy pictures. But
so I've just sent you a link in the private chat, Dave. Which is a LED light box, and it's exactly what I've done for one of my mates back in the East of England rally in 2021.
Oh my God, that's brilliant! Oh, look at that, Dave.
Sorry. Can you see it? Oh,
yeah.
Have I got it up?
Shall I share it?
No.
Shall I share it?
No, sorry, I just haven't got it up yet. That's all.
Yeah, there's no change there.
I'm doing one for him as well for last year's rally. So in East of England rallies 2022. So me and these two other guys, John and Mark, we go to the same rally every year and we take a picture the same sort of pose, and then I make one of these displays for them. So it's in, where is it? It's not in.
Do you want me to share it, Dave?
No, I've got it, but I haven't got it. I'm trying
There
to
we go.
suss how to alter the screen.
I've got it here. So, oh no, I clicked the wrong button. Hang on. Oh, it's not that. Sorry, everyone watching. Oh, I've got it. I'll share it, Dave.
All right, hold on.
No, it's not a slide. Oh, computer. Right, here we go. It's this one. So this one here. That's really cool.
Oh, sorry, I haven't put it on the stream. That's why.
That is so cool. What'd be nice is if you had a little bit at the bottom where you could put your fines. So if it was Steve Newman, there wouldn't be much there. Probably a ring pull and sort of like a 1970s zipper from a pair of Levi's. But yeah,
and a Zippo lighter as well.
Yeah. And do you do a pink sparkle for that? Steve Newman would like that.
I've got pretty much every colour under the sun right now.
Yeah, he
I
likes
can do
his...
a little fines bit at the front, which is sort of magnetically attached, so you can have like throttle bells, whatever you find. You can let me know, and I can design the display to sit.
I think I'd just end up with the picture, wouldn't I, Adrian?
You with a bit of Battenberg or a fruitcake. It's like the Rodney Cook rally. The photos on there is like me and you, and who else? Kerry sitting, or Scotty B sitting there, and you've got a massive bit of cake. It's about that big. You're just eating it. I'm just looking at it like that. But yeah, I think it'd be nice. Will you have stuff at Rodney Cook this year that people can take away? And
yeah,
can order.
I've got 20 of every single product that I do, so I have tons of stocks. I'm doing 3 rallies this year. I'm doing Rodney Cook, I'm doing Just Detect, and I'm doing East of England, so I'll have tons of stock.
Sorry, in the chat, Steve Newman's put, I can pick anything you want off there and he'll donate it to the Big Detecting Show. Steve, you're a very, very generous man and a brilliant bloke to have on the show, and a nice
and you've
guy
got nice boobs as well.
Yeah, he has. I'll tell you what, let's do a Rodney Cook donation thing nearer the time. I appreciate you offering that. Well, if that's all right with you.
Do you know, Paul B's just asked
Brian.
a question. What actually is my favourite cake? It's quite easy. Victoria sponge from Costco.
Carrot cake.
From Costco.
Not just any sort of carrot cake. I love
it. That's wrong, carrot cake.
I might have a tin of ambrosia rice pudding when we finish.
Oh God.
Oh,
I don't really
straight out the tin like you're supposed to eat it. Oh
no. We should have done spin the wheel. Oh, Steve Newman, spotted dick. Is that a cake? Oh, I like spotted dick. I love spotted dick. God, with custard. Oh, sorry, got excited about that. Have we got spin the coil time, Dave?
We've got a few minutes. I don't see why not.
I don't think we've done it with Brian. Brian, have we done spin the coil with you?
No, you did something last time. It was ask me a random question. Is that it?
No. Well, might be. Just quickly, Brian, what's your detector at the moment?
Days 2.
How are you finding it? You got the latest software update?
Got the latest software. I've had no issues with it at all. I love it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm finding it okay. Right, let's find it. Favourite meat snack, please.
Book Wars! No, spin the coil.
I think the last
You
time
still haven't got rid of that spelling mistake, have you?
No.
I think the last question I was asked was what was my favourite.
Question of questions. Which cooker hob is your main cooker hob to use? Your favourite?
Brian, have you got gas or electric?
I've got electric.
Oh dear. Is it halogen?
Sorry?
Is it halogen, Hob?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, this could be dangerous.
Which cooker hob do you mainly use, Brian?
Oh,
For
I can't remember.
peas. For
I
like
can't
mushy,
even-
for beans, for like beans, for
Frying
baked
an
beans.
egg.
Can't even remember the name of it. Are you actually thinking about the brand or?
No.
Which
You've got your four hobs on the top of your thing.
Oh, I've got
Which are the
six.
four?
I've got six. So back
Six.
right. Yeah.
6. Well, he's gone for the safety option anyway, Adrian. 6.
Bottom left, without a
Back
doubt.
right. Back right.
Back left.
Are you,
Let's hope
sorry,
we got
Brian.
another
Are you
tricky
left?
question.
Brian, are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Oh, it's even worse.
What lunch do you take with you whilst detecting? Talking of which, Adrian.
Oh God, what's he bringing out?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, God.
Got to pull this up.
Oh, look at this, Brian.
Oh, these
Dave,
are MREs.
Dave, go on big screen. This is
Hold
proper.
on.
Actually, this is a show. This is
Show and tell. So, some of you'll know all about these. 24-hour ration packs. Let's open it. It's a number 8 ration pack. 24 hours worth of army supplement foods.
I bought 3 of these for last year's rally season. They're brilliant things.
Aren't they? Absolutely fantastic. Good God.
Boiling the bag thing's brilliant. But you just put the heating element and it heats it all for you.
Meatballs and pasta. What's that? Mixed fruit puree. Oat digestive biscuits. A cereal bar. Just fruit. Lots of different drink powders. That one's a grapefruit one. Lots of isotonic stuff and hot chocolate and such like. Just nuts. That's us, Adrian.
Have
Another
you not
meal.
got a chicken curry?
Chickpea curry.
Oh, I bet that's nice. Oh, I like that.
There's another meal here.
Well,
Ginger pudding and ginger sauce. What's this one now? What's this? Diced mixed fruit in pineapple juice.
Oh, that sounds quite nice.
Oh, vegetarian all-day breakfast. Haricot beans, meat-free sausages and potatoes in tomato sauce.
That can go in the bin.
Tissues. Don't know what that's for.
Hey!
Tabasco sauce.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
There's more. There's a little pack full of tea, coffee, sugar, spoons, some more drinks. And there you go. All for a very bargain price of 12 quid off eBay.
they're brilliant. Really good.
Have you ordered one, Brian? Have you got one?
I bought 3 of them last year for East of England rallies. And all sorts of different stuff in them, but I thought they were really good.
I mean, them nuts and what have you, Adrian, you can stick in, well, any of that really, apart from the stuff that you'll warm up, you can stick in your bloody backpack for when you're walking around the fields. Fancy some nuts.
That's a 24-hour ration pack, which will last Dave 12 hours.
4,000 calories. Now, about 4 hours.
You don't even need to heat some of that stuff up. It's got a heating bag in it, and you put the meal in the heating bag with the element, and you add a little bit of water, and you seal it, and then you just leave it, and it boils in the bag.
Alternatively, you could do like I do, put the kettle on in work and stick it in the kettle, let it boil. Time it's done, hot food. Joe Webster buy a 10-man box. Well, that didn't work. He was buying boxes for 10, and there's different menus, so you can pick your menu what you want. And he's got 1 to 10. Bob on.
Joe's proper military, so we're not. But Joe
would have actually had them in the army. He would have took them with him on manoeuvres.
He would have been in
Rob Random eat the meatballs now. No.
Yeah. I could probably eat them. I bet they're very nicely marinated. I bet they're quite
What did
nice
I have
now.
last week? I've got a vegetarian korma in work and rice. And I can't remember what it was, but it was really, really nice. Surprisingly nice. Oh, it was a 3-bean salad or a 5-bean salad. You know, all the ricey stuff and beans. Really
Dave,
nice. What?
Do your family worry about you?
I think everyone worries about me, Adrian.
Yeah.
The desserts are really good, like the chocolate sponge and the ginger cake and all that stuff. They're really nice.
I've got a cinnamon bun in work.
I've got it in my eBay basket after talking to you the other week, Dave. I've got to buy it. I think I'll do it tonight, actually. Anyway, we're getting near the time, Dave.
We're past the time. But as I say, them drinks, and Brian will tell you, all the drinks, a lot of them are isotonic, a lot of them heavily sugared. Just take a bottle of water with you, pour your powder into it, shake your bottle, you got your isotonic drink there.
Yeah.
I think, I'll give it a go, actually. Might do. See how it works. Brian, thank you ever so much for coming on the show tonight. I know you've... And website, Dave, can we get that on the
Certainly,
screen?
We can do that again.
I appreciate you having me back on again. Much appreciated.
Great having you, and thank you for coming on. Joe Brill Cream says, ration roulette. Everyone mixes theirs together. Sometimes works out. Sometimes you go hungry.
You ration
I take it you put them all into a big pan and just mix it all together.
Well, yeah.
You do ration wars.
Rob Random's offered to snort the drinking powder.
Oh.
He hasn't, but he has now.
Yeah, or just drink water, Dark Knight Detectorist, which is probably a good call. So, yeah, definitely.
Right, don't forget, tomorrow morning we have the Rodney Cook Memorial Day tickets for the 26th of February going online. Watch out for any prompts on the Rodney Cook Memorial Facebook page, etc., and whatever other social media outlets Gary uses, but also go to the rodneycookmemorial.co.uk, Adrian.
rodneycookmemorial.co.uk. Just type Rodney Cook Memorial in Google and it'll take you there. From 9 o'clock tomorrow morning on the homepage, there'll be a button. Click it and you can buy your tickets. But
at £25 and at the location that is probably going to be at, then you better be quick because it sounds like they all go like proverbial hotcakes. Just
make sure you put your mobile phone number in there. Well, you have to put a number in there. But if you put in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you don't get the dig location, well, sorry, but you'll probably end up faffing about on the Monday asking why you couldn't get there. But mobile is key. Mobile number. Radio. Is that my radio?
No, I bought me and Shane some walkie-talkies. Save him walking.
But
Shane,
not forgetting, Rodney Cook, your money goes to that rally and it goes to charity. And last year we hit 80 whatever thousand. Let's make it 100,000 this year. Come on, everyone. So I don't think we need to push it because everyone has good finds. But thank you, everyone, for logging in tonight and watching the show. It's really appreciated, isn't it, Dave? And thank you, Brian, for coming on tonight and talking to us about your products. It's really, really good.
Thank you for having me.
And well done.
And don't forget to go visit the monarchdesignsuk.co.uk website if you want to find anything out more about Brian's designs or do yourself any nice little prizes. It's payday next week, so you can afford to go and get a prize now. It's the 117th of January next week, so you'll be right. Other than that, we'll be back next week. I'm sure we'll have a guest lined up by then. So we will see you same prime and same price next week at 8 o'clock. Good night, Adrian. Good night, Brian. Good night, everybody. Are we done?
No, I think we're still there.
Night.